Hey guys, it's Bunmi here, coming to you from Columbia, Maryland, sitting outside of David's Natural Market. Just finished my lunch, and I wanted to make this video to talk to you about getting started in business. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen just to give you some tips and principles for getting started. So, Jackie Empower Gomasia, who is one of my the leaders on our team, who's in South Africa right now, just building a monster of a business, getting foundation in place. We did a live yesterday. We did a live, and she asked me at the end. She said, "Boomy, I'm going to put you on this and ask you this question: How would you tell my audience if there was one thing that they needed to do once they got off this live to get started? How should they get started? What should they do?" And that was really, it's not a hard question. It wasn't a hard question to answer. I'm going to give you some tips and principles. Write these things down. I'll come back a later time and do something a little bit more formal. But what I told the audience was this. As soon as you hear about an opportunity that you have decided to win with, not decided that I'm going to try and see what happens, because that's a weak posture for doing anything. Oh, I'm going to see what happens. You need to set your intention. So once you have become a part of a business that you've decided to win with, what you must do is this. You must immediately start reaching out to people. I'm talking about getting started in network marketing and home-based business industry. That's the type of business I'm talking about. You must immediately start reaching out to people. Like, there's nothing else to do besides to start making contact with other people. And let's talk about some of the preliminaries surrounding that. How do you approach people? Well, you have an online market and you have offline market. Both ways work, and I would suggest that you do both. However, for most people, the offline market is the market that you can get to the fastest. Like the numbers that are in your telephone, these are people who know you, like you, and trust you, and that you can call right away, and bam, you're in contact with them. There are some people who say, "Oh, I don't want to talk to my friends and family and people that I know. I'd rather use the internet." Okay, well, that's fine. But if you're not a savvy internet marketer with those great skills, it's going to take you time, lots of time, to learn how to market online. You got to learn that skill set for branding yourself and approaching people and generating leads. So while that's good to do, you really want to make money right now. Success loves speed. Money loves speed. And so reaching out to people who are already a part of your market is the fastest way to get started. So let me tell you some more principles surrounding that. So what I told the people on the call on that live yesterday was, make a list of 100 names. You know 2,000 people. You may not think you know 2,000, but you do. If you're 30 years old, you know 2,000 people. You may not know their name or their number, but you know, oh, the lady who brings up my groceries at the grocery store. And you put her name down the list. Oh, the guy that works at the barber shop. You may not know his number, but put him down on the list. Because through the law of attraction, guys, you can really manifest people into your space. You can cause yourself to run into them, be somewhere where they are, and get their information. So I just want you to write down everybody, okay? But what you have to do is you have to get the numbers out of your head and put them down in a notebook. You got to get them out of your phone and put them like in a spiral notebook or a composition notebook. This is your prospect list. So your list is your raw materials for doing business. If you're new in the industry, you're new to network marketing, and sometimes calling people can be a challenge. It's more of a mental challenge, because actually picking up the phone and dialing the numbers is easy to do. But getting yourself to do those things that you know that you should be doing is where the challenge comes in. But you got to understand that you need people to practice on. And when you know that your mindset is you're the messenger, your job is to deliver the message, it's their job to make the decision, but it's also your job to not get emotionally involved in whether they say yes or whether they say no. See, so many times you were wanting them to say yes and wanting them to join your team and wanting them to buy from you, that you put out that needy energy, you put out that energy that is not strong, doesn't have posture. And so people can feel that, and they tend to, instead of coming towards you, they tend to be propelled away from you. So developing that posture is very important. But in the beginning, when you're getting started, you need people to practice on. Who cares if you mess up? Who cares what they say? But you got to get started. And when you get started, maybe you're bad at what you do. It's okay. You do it bad, you do it afraid. The more you do it, the better you get. So before you be great, you got to be good. Before you're good, you're going to be bad. And first of all, you just got to get started and then go through the process of getting better. So you make a list of 100 names, okay? And so you're going to start reaching out to these people. If you sign up in a business, you should be excited and you should want to share what you have with people. But remember, it's not about you giving the presentation. Because the more you talk, the less you'll make. And you talking is not duplicatable. You got to do something that can get the duplication in your team growing. So 2 can turn to 4, it turns to 8, it turns to 16, it turns to 32, it turns to 64, it turns to 128, it turns to 256, it turns to 512, it turns to 1,024 people on your team. Okay? Duplication. And so you want to use a tool like a video or a conference call, something outside of yourself that spreads the message. So if I was getting started in a business, or when I got started in Lurralife, which was formerly O2, I was excited. I've been excited since day one, but this is what you say when you call people with something like this. Hey Primrose, this is Bunmi. How are you? Hey, listen, girl, I'm giving you a call. Don't know if you're open to this or not, but something came across my desk that was really exciting. I wasn't looking for anything, but I kept an open mind. I checked it out. I love what I saw. I got started recently, and now I'm reaching out to everybody I know. I wanted to find out from you, if I sent you a short video, if you would take a look at it. So that was less than 30 seconds, and that was like the spirit of what I would say. Okay? So you just got signed up. You're excited. You're reaching out to people. You're showing them what you have. You're quick. You're in a hurry. You don't have time to talk a lot. Hey, Jackie, I was running out the door, but I thought of you. I wanted to call you, girl. I am so excited. I was recently introduced to this phenomenal opportunity. Really wasn't looking for anything. Maybe that's your story. Or you can say, I have been praying for something, but I hadn't found anything to really float my boat. One of my friends sent me a text, told me to look at this video. I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I was looking for. So I checked it out. I loved everything I saw about it. I actually got started, and now I'm just reaching out, telling everybody I know. I've got this short video. It's only 5 minutes long. So I'm calling you to see, if I sent you this video, would you take a look at it to see what I saw, to see if it excites you like it excited me? Bam, that's it. You send them the video, have them to take a look at the video. You find out what they like best about what they saw, and then you get them on the phone with someone other than you, like me, like your qualified sponsor, someone who can answer their questions and take them to the next step of information gathering. Okay? So how do you get started? Again, you got to have people to talk to. Your list is your raw material for doing business. If you don't have a list of people to talk to, you're not in business, guys, okay? So you got to have a list. And the list that you start out with are the people that you know. You're practicing on those people. You're sending them to take a look at something. You're showing the tool, not being the tool, okay? You're showing the tool, not being the tool. So you're sending the video. Now understand this. The average person needs 7 exposures in order to make a decision. So don't think, oh my God, I sent them my video and they're not interested. The average person needs 7 exposures. The gentleman that I just signed up today, I've been talking to him for 6 months. I've been dripping on him, and it's been no, I'm busy, I'm doing something else, not right now, maybe one day. I set my intention again to call him this week, 6 months later, it was a different story. Okay, Boomy, I'll take a look. Okay, Boomy, I looked, I liked it. Okay, Boomy, this is looking good. Okay, I looked at some more information. Okay, Boomy, I'll talk to someone for a three-way. Okay, Boomy, I've talked to people on my team. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay? So understand that sponsoring is a process. It's not, oh, I'm going to call somebody, they look and, oh, they're going to join right away. Sometimes you get those lay down sales, but sometimes you're dripping on people. Okay? So, I wanted to make this video so you all could see when you're signing up in a business, you want to get started right away. Hello, my partner, Dr. Darrell. How are you? You want to get started right away. You don't want to delay your money. You don't want to delay your success. You're gonna, like, the day you join, you're gonna pick up the phone and you're gonna start calling people and you're gonna get them in your pipeline. And you're gonna understand that network marketing is a team sport. So you're gonna get that person, once they've taken a look at something, they say, man, this looks good, they should have some questions. Now, you don't want to be the one that answers their questions. You want to connect them with someone other than yourself to answer their questions. I can get into it another time, the psychology behind three-way and why you want to do that, but just trust us. You always want to do that three-way call. Get it off of you, get it, that person, take that person to the expert, and then so that person is now in your system. That person is out in your pipeline. You're putting them through the sponsoring process by exposing them to, like, how do you expose people? Okay? The video is an exposure. The live opportunity call, like the one we're having tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for Lurralife, is an exposure. All right? That's a 30-minute exposure. The corporate update call so they can hear corporate's vision, that's an exposure. The getting them into our group so they can see the testimonials, that's an exposure. Letting them see a watch party that you've played on Facebook is an exposure. So the average person needs 7 exposures. What that means is some people will join with 1 exposure and some people need 14. The average is 7. Okay? So hopefully those things have helped, because this Lurralife opportunity, guys, is not to be taken for granted. If you've made the decision to get in, take it seriously. And not just to get in. If you've made a decision to be a Lurralife business owner, that means you're in pursuit of profit. So act like you're building a profitable business. Get started reaching out to people. Hello. Get started reaching out to people right away, day one, using our help and using the tools. So if it's Tuesday, tonight at 7 p.m. is our business overview call. Every Tuesday, Al Rodriguez, our president of global sales and marketing, does a call. It's about 30 minutes. And the number is 425-440-5100. 425-440-5100. And the PIN number is 913877 913877 Your job is to load that up with gas. You want to get as many people as you can on that call. It's phenomenal. He does a great presentation. Then what is your job after the call? Your job is to get that guest on the phone with me. Get that guest on the phone with your sponsor capable upline so we can answer that person's questions and get them in as your business partner or as your customer. And that's what we do over and over and over again. And that's how we build a big business. Meanwhile, and let me say this last thing. I'm going to start talking about this in every video. Guys, if you're not working on yourself harder than you are your business, you're never going to reach the success that you want to see unless you're just trying to get your products for free. Personal development is a must. If you're not working on yourself, your mindset, your thinking, your belief level, your success attributes that you're building into yourself, you will never make it. So you've got to have a personal development regimen, something that you're doing every single day to grow you. Your income will only grow to the extent that you do. And so you've got to be working on developing yourself into more. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it because it's a true story. All right, guys, you all have a great day. I hope this video has helped. Share it with your team. Bye-bye.